What is going on, everybody? Depraved Slash here. We are back with another music reaction of Depraved.
And I'm Hellcat.
Together we are
HellaDepraved.
Yes, we are. Hey, guess what?
What?
It's the last one.
I know.
It's so sad.
It's bittersweet. It means I get to stream the album over and over and over, but it does mean it's the last one for our reactions to this album.
And apparently the album's only a story.
Only a story.
Only a story.
Yeah. So, super excited. Icon for Hire. Only be a story, guys. And this will end the album for us. But we'll be back with them. For sure. There's definitely, like, Venom I thought was on this, but it's a single. There's other discography that we can cover until they produce something more, which we'll be waiting on.
Quote the Icon for Hire. Something more.
Something more. Please. Something more.
Anyways, we're going to react to this if you guys have already heard it. If not, click the link in the description below. Hop on over, listen to it. Do all the things. Definitely subscribe. And then come on back. And we say that because we're a reaction commentary breakdown channel. There will be pauses.
Definitely support them, guys. They are independent artists. They deserve it.
Just in case.
Do you write misheard lyrics, guys?
Misheard lyrics. Yeah. That's how people pee themselves. Anyways, with that being said, it's time to slash it up and break it down. This is Icon for Hire with Only Be a Story.
All right. Let's get it.
Let's get it.
I think I lost my way again. Anybody listening?
Oh, it's so pretty.
Google Maps.
Right. She does not have her GPS plugged in. But it is
Don't
so
leave home without
pretty.
it. I love it. And I knew it was going to be a slower song.
Right.
Because honestly, most album closers are.
Most, yeah.
Most.
Yeah. If they're not a strictly, like, hype album, for sure.
Right.
Yeah. And this one, dealing with, obviously, mental disease, is not going to be a hype album, per se.
True.
Anybody listening? I could really use a friend. Tell me where the water ends. And I won't die with all my songs inside. I won't lay me down like that.
I feel like this is a little bit outside of her normal wheelhouse, unless she's going for, like, her acoustic stuff that she does sometimes. But her voice she's showing her more classical kind of vocals here, and it's gorgeous. What is it that you need? The lyrics? I really like that she said she won't die with all of her songs inside. She won't lay down like that.
Inside.
I think she said inside.
She did. That's why I needed the lyrics.
Yeah. But, like, trapped inside of her. And honestly, like, as a wrap-up, I'll discuss some of the thoughts I have about how the songs kind of seem to tie into each other in sort of a pattern. But, yeah.
You won't lay me down like that. And I will try to bring my voice to life, so you can tell the truth when I'm gone. 'Cause when I go, I already know my life will only be a story. All that I've been, all that I've built, all fades away inside a moment. And the pain won't matter, the
chills. I had a feeling that's the way she was gonna go with this, especially since, like I said, I feel like there's quite literally a story being told in this album.
Right.
So.
I has a sty and it hurts.
I'm sorry, baby. But yeah.
Kind of reminds me of the song from Linkin Park.
Right.
Oh, what the hell is it called? It's sad because it's my favorite Linkin Park song and I can't remember the fucking name of it.
That happens. We're getting old.
But he sings about, like, remember all the good times when I'm gone.
Right.
Don't dwell on the sad times. And
right.
honestly, the day he passed away, I listened to that song
over and over
and cried my ass off.
Right. Right. But it is interesting what people remember and say about you.
Right.
After you've passed. And unfortunately, in the last couple of years, we've seen a lot of celebrity deaths.
Honestly, I don't think we've seen any less than ever before. I think celebrities
like they're kind of,
were more
together.
Huh?
I feel like there's been a few more grouped together.
I feel like it's just been more celebrities we've actually
grown up with. Yeah, no, I agree with you. They're ones that are more relevant to our lifespan.
Right. But I think that's only going to happen more and more as we get older.
It is, but that's what I'm saying is it's interesting to see what people remember when they pass. So yeah.
But this is actually what's funny is, I'm pretty sure we've had this conversation. But like my biggest fear about death is being forgotten.
Right.
Which is funny to think about because when I'm dead, I'm not going to care. But,
and that's never been something I've given a flying fuck about.
Right.
At all. And we have had the conversation, for sure. Yeah. I mean, I guess my thing is I'm going to be dead.
Right.
If I barely care what most people say about me now.
You're definitely not going to care whenever I have you stuffed.
Correct. Taxidermy is a thing.
Yep.
I always wanted kind of like lavender colored eyes, though. Can we go for that? No. Silver?
That's not you.
God damn it.
Our life will only be a story. If I did it all again, what would I do different? I'm rethinking everything. I wonder how the story ends. And I won't die with all my songs inside. I won't lay me down like that. And I will try to bring my voice to life, so you can tell the truth when I'm gone. 'Cause when I go, I already know my life will only be a story. All that I've been, all that I've built, all fades away inside a moment. And the pain won't matter, the power won't matter, the shame burns with the glory. When I'm gone, my life will only be a story. Only be a story. And I hope that when I reach the end, that I gave you something to remember when I'm gone. 'Cause when I go, I already know my life will only be a story. All that I've been, all that I've built, all fades away inside a moment. And the pain won't matter, the power won't matter, the shame burns with the glory. When I'm gone, my life will only be a story.
That was fantastic.
That's my second favorite song on the album.
That
You
was
still
a great ending.
didn't beat out Enemies, but
Well, although,
it was a fantastic
considering how you were ranking them before and saying that you really appreciate the hip-hop influenced ones more,
Right.
this one actually did an excellent job in terms of ranking for you. And it was incredible, and it was emotional, but she's not wrong. Like, everything she built, all the pain, all the glory, all the shame, the highs, the lows, it won't matter once she's gone. And what will matter is hopefully what she left behind in her songs.
Well, I was actually thinking, she was singing. Try not to choke here.
Right?
I was actually thinking, so like I said, my biggest fear is being forgotten. But at the same time, like, I think that's a normal man thing.
Yeah. It's at least pretty standard.
And I'm pretty sure as well, like, so many guys, especially myself, like, worry so much about leaving behind some kind of legacy or something to be remembered for or something like that. Instead of with the understanding and almost ease of knowing really what you're leaving behind is you're leaving the pain behind.
Right.
The sorrow. And nothing is going to matter.
Right.
We're going to be dead. All of us.
Honestly, no matter what you believe in, unless you're, like, destined to go
poetic,
to
by the way.
the pits of hell,
Sorry.
which, you know, we might be, yeah, you're leaving behind all the turmoil.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, you're also leaving behind... I noticed that she didn't...
And debt. A lot of us will leave behind debt.
Well, I was going to say, I know that she didn't point out too many of the good emotions.
Right.
She did point out, like, her empire, like, what she's built. But she didn't attach any, like, emotional significance to it. She said the glory, but that's not the same as pain. So, she knows that the monetary stuff that she's collected in this life, it's not going to matter either. And even if she believes in reincarnation or heaven or whatever it is, she doesn't believe that there's going to be this level of suffering.
Right.
But obviously, she also doesn't want to die with all of this potential for songs trapped inside of her. And she has a story to share that she thinks is helpful to others, meaningful enough to carry through for others, maybe help them. And that in itself is, you know, her legacy. But knowing that all of this other stuff is going to disappear, I feel like she's saying that it gives her the power to have the strength and the courage to share her story now while she's still capable of doing it.
Right.
And I kind of feel like that has been what this entire album is about. It's the cycle of the highs and lows of mental illness. Mm-hmm. It's the anger, the frustration, obviously the depression, you know, the triggers that actually brought on some of the emotions, like Enemies and so on and so forth, Waste My Hate. Those songs were definitely against people that had brought her low. And then, you know, we have stuff like Sticks and Stones where she's getting her strength and her courage back and saying, you know what, despite what you did. But it's all this journey of, you know, mental disease doesn't go away, but it's the coping strategies and the strength and the knowledge that she's gained and the healing that has happened and kind of like a new approach on similar subjects over and over, which is what all of us do. We just learn and grow and deal with it slightly differently each time.
Right.
So I really, really like this album in terms of the progression. And of course, you know, we did some out of order, which we've said because they were singles and released ahead of time, but listening to it all straight through, which I will do, 14 tracks is actually a pretty amazing number given today's track record. And that gives you time to go through all of those emotions with them. So I think this was incredibly well written.
It was a fantastic album.
The cohesiveness in terms of how the transitions between one song to the next, and then, you know, starting with Enemies and ending with this. I really love how they did it. Very well done.
I concur.
Yes, this will be on repeat for a while. This is a highlight of this year, and I say A because Blackbriar dropped, and Epica. I mean, like, there's just, this year has been nuts. So
It's been a solid year.
yes, it has.
It's been a solid year.
So far.
And will continue to be so.
Hopefully. Yeah,
No,
Yeah,
it will
yeah.
be.
it will be.
Will be.
Optimist.
Some people are glass half full, some people are glass half empty, and me, I just kind of toss the glass.
I'm a realist. It's refillable or breakable, whichever way you want to look at it.
I'm actually typically a realist as well,
I know.
with a slight hint of optimism.
And I go the opposite.
You're like a slight hint of pessimism.
All right.
But no,
It evens out. What can we say?
it does. It does. All right, so with that being said,
Fantastic.
it was fantastic.
A+.
And if you guys like the video, be sure to slash that like button, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. Comment down below, what did you think of Icon for Hire's Only Be a Story? And while you're here, what did you think of the album as a whole? Also, comment down below if there's anything else you guys want to see reacted to. Check the description below for all the things.
Push our buttons. Come join us on our other social media platforms, mostly Twitter if you want a quicker response. Remember, guys, these guys were completely crowdfunded and they are independent entirely. So please do go on over. Leave a like, leave a subscribe, leave a comment, buy their album, buy their merch, whatever you want to do, but they deserve it.
With that being said, we love you guys. Thank you all for watching. Can't wait to see you depraved people later.
Bye, guys.